be reading the activity file. The activity file. Quiet down, please. Cricket? No. Rowing? No. Rugby? No. Badminton? I don't think so. Look, lucky I did prepare one earlier, and we'll just move right on to that one. So, let me start again. Good afternoon, gentlemen and colleagues. The activity file, weekending, class of 2009. First on the agenda is the activity file itself. In 2009, the activity file has had a roller coaster ride of Herculean heights and laney lows. Cambridge Grammar School prides itself on cultural diversity and awareness. In turn, this year there have only been 498 mispronunciations of last names, a considerable improvement on previous years. The activity file has also been a point of contention with the blunt wit of Year 12 failing to impress any in this school aside from themselves. Hammy Goodman will now read an apology on behalf of Year 12. Hammy? Just go nuts.
I know previous governments have sort of tiptoed around the issue, but I think it's time where people said sorry. Accept our apology. So, exactly, what am I meant to do?
You must have done myself. I'm not eating. We now move on to the activity file in its entirety. Poetry. This year, the English extension 2 prowess of Luke Heron's Porca was recognised with his winning of the positively poetic Prudential Poetry Prize for Poetry with his avant-garde poem text message on the bus. Luke will now read the first stanza of On the Bus to us all.
Princess B. Princess B. Sat on the bus without me. What did she do? But no. And cried.
Yes, well, pure poetry there, lads. However, the entirety of this masterpiece can be found in this week's Gazette. We now move on to rowing. This year, none of the Year 12s were man enough to spend all day in a confined space with 8 other men, pulling oars and occasionally getting wet. We can only imagine why. Spading. Canberra Grammar School prides itself on its long-lasting tradition with Canberra Church of England Girls Grammar School. And this year's spading section lives up to this fine heritage and pedigree. Headlining news this year was the unfortunate end of the Chelsea and Tom Walmsley relationship. No doubt this colourful relationship will surely be missed by all in our community. Oh, and in related news, we'll have a finger painting exhibition. In other news, lock up your ladies' lads because David Walsh will be on the prowl. And Nick Tunt also needs to be congratulated on his recent golfing efforts. He finally managed to sink the right ball in the right hole. We'd also like to take this opportunity for acknowledging the bloody grinding efforts of one Robert Gibson. And finally, from the class of 2009, we congratulate Duncan Stewart for the inaugural Cougar Prize for charming each and every mother he comes into contact with simple bat of his eyelids. We now move on to the class of 2009 successors, the class of 2010. Congratulations go to Jack Happel's entrepreneurial skills, cashing in on Tom Walmsley's major mistake, and for Angus White's close relationship with his medically inclined lucky lady. Rugby. On the weekend, the Canberra's first 15 played their final match against St Edmunds on the Main. John Myprick led the charge against a frigid defence by the Vestal Eddie's boys. Peter Genital, was quick to support the rear, while Matthew Herpes was largely undetected with his ball work. Without a display of schoolboy passion, Myprick was hit hard by an Eddie's foot, in which Genital was able to glide through At the end of the day, of hot, sweaty spring rugby, Graham came out triumphant over the Eddie's boys, and well done to them. And finally, twerking. It's just not on. Boys, I'd like to reiterate what Sarge said to you earlier about your language. While having an elephantine vocabulary is important, I'm here to remind you that the school will not tolerate your squalid language and behaviour. All members of staff have noticed an increase in the use of silly humour, puerile innuendo, and double entendre about the school. I'll not put up with this behaviour, boys, and neither will the school's new etiquette expert, Mr. Gripbig Hardcock. The son of gentlemen, and the theory is that one day you yourself will turn into gentlemen. May God help us all. This is all I have to say on that matter, thank you, gentlemen. Now we move on to colours. Colours are awarded to those who have excelled in their respective fields. Shahid will be presenting colours. And so first of all we have colours for shuffling. Felix Anderson, can he shuffle on down please? Shuffle. Also, we'd like to thank Tom Melville for providing Felix's eye makeup this evening. Colours for Too Cool for Schoolness. This is an inaugural prize and the second winner from last year in a row. Joshua Bruce, if he can come up please. And while he's sauntering his way up here, colours for Lustrous Locks goes to Leonard Weiss. Snatching one of our own this year, and that's a real plus I feel. Scott Parker. Now we have an aqueous award for a student. Colours for drinking, super heavyweight, division driving, criminal justice, and insurance fraud. That's our bus screen. And last, but by no means least, colours for addiction to women. Alex Laney. He was made to be today, but joins us live by satellite feed. To women. I am. Finally, that concludes the activity file for the class of 2009. We apologise again, but thanks for listening. Have a boom. We're out of here week. Thank you. Hi guys, Play Fuller, music captain here. Just a quick note about our music.